Good morning, Kiara. How are you?
Good morning, teacher. How are you?
Great, and feel good today. What about you? How is it
I'm fine,
going?
thank you. Everything is going well. Thank you for asking.
Okay. Okay, Kiara. What about the weather in Melgar?
The weather, the weather is quite well. I like the weather right now. It's at night. It's usually it's raining with thunderstorm. It's a little heavy, but uh, now it's sunny as
Okay.
always. How
Today
about
the,
you?
the day is sunny today, yes?
Yes, sunny.
Okay, here in Ibagué, last week it was raining a lot. It was raining a lot. Today this a clear sky with it's a sunny day. So it's a good or it's a warm day here in Ibagué as usual. But last day, yes, it was raining a lot. Okay, Kiara,
Was time
yes.
in during the day or at night?
No, maybe let me see. For instance, on Saturday, no, on Sunday. On Sunday, it was raining all day. It was raining all day. On Saturday, it was raining at night, only at night. Along the day, it was a beautiful day with sun, but at night it was raining. And on Sunday, all day long was raining, but too much. There were some troubles in some specific places of the city because of the rain. Okay, Kiara, let me share with you my screen in order to start our one of our last lessons for this period, for this term. I'm going to share with you this paragraph, and we are going to try to complete the paragraph using these words. Okay, so you have to
Okay.
use part-time homework, have exercise, playing, level, and talk. So please read the paragraph and try to complete using all the words that you can find in the chart. Okay.
Okay, teacher, but it is what do I have to do? I mean, video games have taken over the
Oh,
world.
yes.
Okay. Video games have taken over the world. They have definitely taken over my children's world. It's all they, it's all they, let me see, teacher. Can I read all the text first and then
Oh, okay.
can we
Yes.
complete this?
Yes.
Okay. It's all
Go ahead.
they about PlayStation, this Nintendo Wii that I'm not happy about it. I limit the amount of they spend games to an hour a day. They play their games, get it out of their system, and then do their after that they go to run around. This is important. Too many children don't get enough exercise because they spend half the day playing games. They are pretty addictive. Once you start playing a game, you want to do more or go to the next. The Wii, it's okay. At least you can get some while you play it. It's actually very good fun. It's still not as good as real exercise stuff. Okay, let me see. So I would say it's all day. I'm not pretty sure. I limit the amount of time I would say in the term gap. I limit the
Yeah.
amount of time they
Uh,
spend they spend They spend the time. Okay, yeah. That's is already there. I limit the amount of time they spend playing games to an hour a day. They play their games, they get it out of their system, and then they do their homework. After that, they go to the park to run around. This is important. Too many children don't get enough exercise because they spend half the day playing games. They are pretty addictive. Once you start playing a game, you want to do more or go to the next level or go to the next level.
Level.
This
Okay.
level. The Wii, it's okay. I don't know what Wii is. At least you can get uh, some talk,
Some talk.
I would say, while you play it. It's actually very good, fun. It's still not as good as real exercise though.
Okay, let me see. Park is already.
And
And exercise. We need to use
it's
exercise, but
mm,
if you are right, the only choice you have is it's all day exercise about. So I don't think that's the correct one. So we have a wrong blank. Let's
okay,
see.
let me see.
Video games. They're taking. No, sorry. It's not taken. It's half. Half taken. Okay. So please read and try to correct what you have wrong. There is only one that is incorrect, I think. No, I think. I'm not sure. Video
Okay.
games have
So, okay, video games have taken over the world. That's right, okay? I guess. They have definitely taken over my children's world. It's all day. I don't find a word specifically for it. It's all day about. It's all day time. It's all no,
no,
because
no. After here, you can find a personal pronoun, not they. So usually after a personal pronoun, you have to use a verb. A verb. They read, they speak, they talk, they sing, they exercise. I don't know. After personal pronoun, you usually use a verb. So what verb can you use there?
It would sound good with playing. It's all day. Okay, no. I get it. It's all day talking. Oh no, all day talk about.
Oh, okay, so you can say that here is talk.
Oh,
It's all they talk about. So they spend or they talk about that topic. What topic? The video games all the time. Okay, so that's right. So
okay.
it's all they talk about PlayStation. Let's continue.
Okay. PlayStation, this Nintendo with that. I'm not happy about it. I limit the amount of time they
That's
spend
correct.
playing games
That's correct. That's a good one.
to an hour a day. They play their games, get it out of their system, and then do their homework. After
Good.
that, they go to the park to run around. This is important. Too many children don't get enough exercise because they spend half the day playing games. They are pretty addictive. Once you start playing a game, you want to do more or go to the next level. The Wii is okay. At least you can get some talk. Okay, some exercise it would be.
Okay, so this one is incorrect. And here we are going to write exercise.
And get some
Exercise.
exercise while you play it. It's actually very good fun. It's still not as good as a real exercise. Though.
So that's the correct one. So that's all. Video games have taken over the world. Okay. You say that you don't know what is a Wii?
No,
Kiara? No, you don't know what is
yes,
a Wii.
I say
Okay.
this.
A Wii is a type of game, a video game that children play, but okay, I don't know. Maybe when I with my older son, now he's 20 years old, but when he was 4, 5, 6, 7 years old, the Wii was in fashion, was very used. I don't know if the children from today are using the Wii. The Wii is like a remote control that they take in your hand, in their hand, and they play with that. But you have to run, you have to jump, you have to walk using the remote control. And according to what you do with your remote control, if you, for example, you raise your hand in the screen, the character raise the hand. If you jump with the remote control in your hand, the character in the screen is going to jump too. I don't know if you have
Okay, I get it. Yes, I
what.
know what you're talking about.
Okay, so that's the Wii. I don't know if too many children are using the Nintendo Wii today because it was something like good because you have to jump, you have to walk, you have to move a little. Okay. Uh,
Yeah.
yes.
It has
Okay. So
so much
yes,
sense.
tell me. I
It
couldn't
has
hear.
so much sense because I didn't know why, and that's it say that you can do exercise with that game. I didn't know that.
Yes. Yes, that was the good part because when you are playing video games, you are sitting on the chair and you don't move. You are sitting on the chair there and you don't move. You don't do anything. You only move your hands or your fingers, no more. Okay. But when
Okay.
it's in the way, you have to walk, to jump, to move your hands, your arms, your legs, and that was a good one. Okay, video games have taken over the world. When we say taken over the world, it means that it has spread out. There are too many millions of children, of people who are who are playing video games around the world. They have definitely taken over my children's world. It means that all children, there are some exceptions, but many or most of the children use and like video games around the world. They say that it's all they talk about. It's all they talk about. The children are talking about video games all the time. So that's why they say it's all they talk about. Some kinds of video games are PlayStation or Nintendo Wii. So here we say PlayStation this, Nintendo Wii that. In Spanish is something like, ellos solamente hablan del videojuego, ¿no? Que el play, esto lo traduciríamos, por eso es que siempre hablamos de que la traducción literal no se hace cuando decimos PlayStation this, Nintendo Wii that. Es como decir que el PlayStation esto, que el Nintendo Wii es. O que el PlayStation esta cosa y que el Nintendo Wii esta otra. ¿Sí? Entonces, ese tipo de expresiones, we can't translate it from English into Spanish or from Spanish into English. They are very different because if you try to translate that kind of sentence, you are not going to do it well. Este tipo de oraciones no lo vamos a poder traducir de forma literal, ¿no? Sí. O sea, nosotros pensar que con el Nintendo hacemos esto, con el Wii hacemos lo otro. ¿Ok? Eso no lo vamos a decir
Mm,
nunca como en español. Siempre tenemos que decirlo como se diría en ese idioma, ¿no? In this case, for example, we say PlayStation this, Nintendo Wii that. Okay? Que el PlayStation esto, que el Nintendo Wii aquello. I'm not happy about it. I'm not happy about it. About what? About the video games, no? I limit the amount of time they spend playing games to an hour a day. Kiara, do you like video games?
I like it, but I think it's better when you play it with someone else, not alone. At least I remember more the game of Mario. That was a good one, and
Uh,
I enjoy it to play that game when I was a child, specifically when I was a child.
but but you said that you don't like to play the games alone. Yes?
A lot, no. But
Alone.
yes, yeah, I enjoy it. I mean, I enjoy it, but I don't like to play it too much.
Okay. And what other video games did you like when you were younger?
It was Mario. I remember another one. It was Bomberman.
Okay, Bomberman, yes.
Bomberman. It was a good one. Someone I know. Well, okay, older games. It was not an older game, but someone I know. I was playing a Xbox with that person, and I loved the game called. It was about wrestling, but I don't remember the name right now. It is an Xbox.
But did you play in Xbox or did you play on the computer?
No, no, no. It was the Xbox of someone, a person I know.
Okay,
Yes, it
okay,
is not mine.
okay. Okay. I am older than you, very older than you. And when I was a child, I used to remember that the first games that I played was something like Mario Bros. Yes. Bomberman. Yes, I played that. Pac-Man. I think that's a very very well-known game. Pac-Man. At first, we play not on the computer now. In Xbox now because it didn't exist at that time. We played in a machine. There were some machines, maybe in the stores or near the house. We can find some machines like that, but it was not very common to play at home. No? At home, no. After that, we started to find las consolas, no, como tal, the consoles of Xbox, and we can play or we could play on the computer. But I didn't like too much to play that kind of game. I didn't like. I wasn't good at playing that kind of games. I prefer to do other things like sports because in my case, I like soccer a lot and I prefer to play soccer than to play video games. But nowadays, there are too many young people, too many children who spend hours and hours playing video games. But the video games are completely different now,
Yes, that's right.
completely different now, because they can play with children or young people from other countries and they speak and they share some information about the games. Okay, let's continue. Uh, they play their games, get it out of their system, and then they do their homework. After that, they go to the park to run around. This is important, very important to go to the park and to run around. And this is not very common today, no? Many children prefer to stay at home than to go to the park. Too many children don't get enough exercise because they spend half the day playing games. They're pretty addictive. And today we have another problem, no? The children can play video games only with a cell phone, no more. They only need the cell phone and they can play video games there. They don't need to have a PlayStation, or they don't need to have a Wii, or they don't need a computer. They only need the cell phone, and they can play video games there. They are pretty addictive, no? The video games can become an addiction. Once you start playing a game, you want to do more, go to the next level. That's a challenge, no? You feel like it was a challenge, and you need to pass. You need to go over the next level. The Wii is okay. At least you can get some exercise. That's the reason I was talking about, no? You at least when you are using the Wii, you get or you do some exercise while you play it. It's actually very good fun. It's still not as good as the real exercise. And here we have in this short paragraph this word. Remember that this pretty addictive. Remember that in English we know the word pretty with the meaning of beautiful, but here it's not like that, no? Remember that when we say pretty and another adjective, pretty addictive, or we can say, for instance, pretty happy, pretty important, pretty interesting. Remember that this pretty in those cases, in those situations, means very, very. Instead of saying very addictive, you can say pretty addictive. Very important, you can say pretty important. Very interesting, pretty interesting. So in these cases, you use pretty like the mean or with the meaning of very.
Teacher, and I have a question.
Yes, tell me.
Pretty is more formal or informal than very, or is the same thing? Or how is it?
No, okay, for instance, pretty important. We say pretty important. That's very informal. Informal. When we use pretty important, you say it, and you are using an informal language. The formal way is very, very important. Okay. Or there is another one which is quite. Quite. You can say pretty important, very important, or quite important. All these three words, pretty, very, and quite, very, and quite, are synonyms, no? We say muy o mucho, no? Muy o mucho. Muy importante. But this is informal, this is formal, and this is like formal too, quite important, okay? What else do we have in this paragraph? When we are writing a paragraph, it's important to use linking words, no? For instance, after, no? After. We have up here another one. Let me see. I get it out. Okay, at least, okay. This one. What else? I didn't hear you.
Over. And at the beginning, video games have taken over the world.
Okay, yes. When we say over the world, in English, we can say over the world, or we can say around the world. That's the same meaning, no? Over the world or around the world. Okay. It's important to use connectors, linking words after then, nevertheless, and this kind of words you can find a lot of videos, where you are going to, when people or teachers are going to tell you, okay, this is some important words that you must know in English, no? In English, you are going to find videos on YouTube, on TikTok, Instagram, you're going to find there some list of words that people say, okay, these are some important words, some useful words that you must know in order to handle the English. No? And one of these words, one of the list of these words are the connectors. No? Connectors are very important when we are talking. No? On the other hand, nevertheless, however, no? For instance, we usually use but, no? But there are more words with the same meaning. You can say however, you can say although, no? Instead of using 2, 3, or 4 times the same word, you can use different words in order to say the same. Okay, so it's important to use to use different words in order to widen your vocabulary. We are going to listen an audio. Let me share with you the sound of this paragraph, but with the audio. Okay, with the audio. We are going to listen to the audio.
Listenaminute.com. Video games. Video games have taken over the world. They have definitely taken over my children's world. It's all they talk about. PlayStation this, Nintendo Wii that. I'm not happy about it. I limit the amount of time they spend playing games to an hour a day. They play their games, get it out of their system, and then do their homework. After that, they go to the park to run around. This is important. Too many children don't get enough exercise because they spend half the day playing games. They are pretty addictive. Once you start playing a game, you want to do more or go to the next level. The Wii is okay. At least you can get some exercise while you play. It's actually very good fun. Still, not as good as real exercise though.
Okay, and we are going to pay attention, Kiara, to some expressions, how the man is pronouncing this expression. Okay, you are going to focus on this expression, like this one. Let me see, this one. This one, you're going to pay attention, you're going to focus to listen to these expressions and how the man is pronounced those sentences, okay? Because this man is speaking using a British accent, no? British accent. So when I or an American person reads this paragraph, you are going to listen that we are pronouncing differently, but that's not wrong, no? We are pronouncing different, but that's not wrong. But here, the man is pronouncing like the British accent, and they have different emphasize or different kinds of sounds that he uses. Okay, so it's going to listen to the audio again.
Listenaminute.com. Video games. Video games have taken over the world. They have definitely taken over my children's world. It's all they talk about. PlayStation this, Nintendo Wii that. I'm not happy about it. I limit the amount of time they spend playing games to an hour a day. They play their games, get it out of their system, and then do their homework. After that, they go to the park to run around. This is important. Too many children don't get enough exercise because they spend half the day playing games. They are pretty addictive. Once you start playing a game, you want to do more or go to the next level. The Wii is okay. At least you can get some exercise while you play. It's actually very good fun. Still, Not as good as real exercise, though.
Okay, so the first one. Could you hear how the man pronounced these two
Yes.
words?
It's
How-
like he emphasized the T at the end of the words about it. Like
Yes,
not about it, but about it.
yes. He emphasizes on the T sound at the end of the word. So he said about it, no? About it. And in American English, people don't say about it, they say about it. The T
Yeah.
sound is like an R, something like an R, about it. You can, when you listen to an American person, you are going to listen about it, like an R, about it. But if it's a British person, he is going to say about it. Okay. This one,
Yeah.
second one, how did the man pronounce?
It was like get it out, get it,
Oh,
get it.
it's the same, no? He emphasized in the T sound of get
Get
it
it.
out, no? He emphasized, and the pronunciation is quite different, no? Get it out. But American person is going to say get it out, okay? The T sound of get is like an R, get it out, get it out. He pronounced fastly. The American people pronounce this type of words or sentences fastly, get it out. But the British person, get it out, okay? Here the same, no? Get. He emphasizes on that sound. Look at that it's not only this sound. For example, when he say park, he pronounce park, no? Or world. Ese
So
sonido.
having alguien.
Yes. He emphasizes on that sounds at the end of the word. No? Don't get enough exercise. And the last one, pretty addictive. And we usually listen to American people saying pretty, no? When we say she's pretty, or the sentence like this, they are pretty addictive. Pretty addictive. They pronounce the T, the double T, like an R. Pretty addictive. But he is British. He is going to pronounce pretty addictive. Pretty addictive. No? So it's important to understand that that man is not pronouncing bad, or me, I'm not pronouncing bad. No, we are pronouncing differently, but we are not saying that one is bad, one is wrong, and one is good. No. In this case, both pronunciations are correct. You can say about it, get it out, don't get enough, pretty addictive. Or you can say about it, get it out, don't get enough exercise, or pretty addictive. Okay?
Okay. Yes.
Previously, I don't know, maybe 10 or 20 years ago, in high school, at universities, or different English institutes, they say, okay, here we teach American English, or here we teach British English. Okay? They said that previously. But nowadays, it's not very common to say that, because when we are learning English, it's an universal language, and we don't teach only British English, or only American English, or only Australian English. No, we teach English, and we have to pay attention, and we have to understand the different accents, no? The different accents. And when you have the opportunity to watch these videos, you are going to find very, very different accents. For example, when an Indian person speaks English, or when a Chinese or a Korean people, when Korean people speak English, they pronounce completely different. Okay, but we have to be aware of the differences according to the pronunciation. But we have to try to understand, and that's why we, as Colombian people, we use English and we speak English with a different pronunciation. We are not going to be exactly like the native people. It's not so easy to pronounce like native people. Okay, is it clear?
Yes, teacher. I think that's real. I think, although it's a little curious for me because probably we are in Colombia, we are near United States, so
Yes.
probably we are gonna get the accent of American people. Uh, and in Europe, people around UK are gonna get the British accent. I think that's natural, but probably I think that's related with in our based accent in how in our country we usually talk or how we are expressing words, something like that. So I think that it's
Yes.
not 100% in how near you are in any country, but in your specific accent, in your native accent, it makes all the difference as well. I think. I
Yes,
think.
no, that's right. That's right. Here in Colombia, previously we taught more American English than British English because we are, as you said, we are near the United States, and there was more influence from the United States and Colombia than from the UK, from the British people. So that's why it was traditional to teach American English. And another reason to teach American English here in Colombia the past was that people wanted to go to the United States, but they didn't think to go to UK, okay, to Europe. The idea was to go to the United States, so they had to learn American English, but they were not thinking about going to England, no? So they didn't want to learn that kind of accent. That's completely right what you said. And now going to share with you. I'm looking for that video. I'm going to share with you a video, but I can't find the video right now. Let me see. Uh, it was related to the list of verbs or words, the list of words that everybody has to know, has to handle in order to speak English. Let me see. This one. Okay, now. This kind of videos are the ones you can find on YouTube, on TikTok, on Instagram, where people are teaching about some list of necessary words that you must handle, that you must know in order to speak in English. And some of them are quite good, are quite interesting. And that's the kind of videos I invite you to watch. No? For instance, we are going to watch this one, and here the man is going to share 15 words.
En inglés.
15 words that you must know. Okay, let's watch it.
15 palabras en inglés que debes saber. Anyway,
Okay, the first one, anyway. Look at this. He's going to share the word, the meaning in Spanish, and you are going to listen the pronunciation. So that's quite well, no? Because you are going to understand and you are going to learn 3 things: the word, the meaning in Spanish, and the pronunciation.
todos modos, en fin.
Anyways.
In fact, de hecho. Moreover, además.
Moreover.
However, sin embargo.
However.
Therefore, por lo tanto.
Therefore.
Furthermore, asimismo.
Furthermore,
Nevertheless, no obstante.
Nevertheless.
Despite, a pesar de.
despite.
Although, aunque.
Although.
Likewise, igualmente.
Likewise.
As well as, así como.
As well as. As well as.
Otherwise, de lo contrario.
Otherwise.
Meanwhile, mientras tanto.
Meanwhile,
By the way, por cierto.
By the way,
In the meantime, mientras tanto.
In the meantime.
15 palabras en inglés que debes saber.
Okay, so that's the type or the kind of videos that are going to be very useful, no? And look at this. He says that 15 words that you need to speak in English, no? But these words are not very common, no? Are not very common that we use, no? That we as teachers or as students use. But these words are very, very common. You can find here some example where people are using these words, but they are very, very useful, and it's important to learn and to use these words in our daily speaking, no? Anyway, we say
Anyway, de todos
modos, en fin. Anyway, when you are listening or watching or listening to a song, you're going to listen to this word a lot.
modos, en fin.
anyways,
In fact, de hecho.
In fact, when this is some kind of connector, linking word. Most of the list of the words are connectors, no? Which are very important to use. In fact,
Moreover, además.
Okay, moreover, there are other words with the same meaning, no? In order to say moreover, you can find besides. Besides and moreover, they are synonyms. Moreover, besides.
Moreover.
However, sí,
However, we always use but, no? But. But it's important to use another. However, no? However.
sin embargo.
However.
Therefore, por lo tanto.
Therefore, por lo tanto, por consiguiente, when we are speaking, when we are talking, and we say we want to join a sentence with another one, we use therefore, no? Therefore, por lo tanto, por consiguiente.
Therefore.
Furthermore, asimismo.
Furthermore, this is not very common to listen, but it's important to know them. Furthermore, no? Asimismo, igualmente. Asimismo o igualmente. Furthermore.
furthermore,
Nevertheless, no obstante.
Nevertheless is something like however, no? No obstante. Sin embargo. Nevertheless.
Nevertheless.
Despite, a pesar de.
Despite, a pesar de algo, no? And we can find two options, despite or despite of. Okay? Both are correct, despite or despite of.
despite.
Although, aunque.
Although, another one like nevertheless or however. Aunque, sin embargo, no obstante. Although, nevertheless, however, but.
Although,
Likewise, igualmente.
Likewise, igualmente, it is useful when you meet a person. For instance, say, okay, my name is Peter, nice to meet you. Likewise, you say, no? Likewise. Okay, this is Maria, nice to meet you. Likewise.
Likewise.
As well as, así como.
As well as, this is very common, as well as, así como. And you remember that we can find this type of expression, but with a different word from well, no? As well as enough as pretty as beautiful as good as. You can find too many times in the daily speaking.
As well as. As well as.
Otherwise, de lo contrario.
Otherwise, another connector, otherwise.
Mario.
Otherwise.
Meanwhile, mientras tanto.
Meanwhile, you can say while, you can find here while, the word while, mientras que, ¿no? O mientras tanto también. Or you can find, or you can use meanwhile, mientras tanto. Both of them are correct. And what is the difference? No difference between these two words, meanwhile or while. But when you are writing, when you are speaking, instead of repeating the same word, while, once you use meanwhile, another time you use meanwhile. That's the difference. Once you use but, another time you use although. Another time you use however. Another time you use nevertheless. That's the idea of this expression, these words.
Meanwhile.
By the way, por cierto.
By the way, por cierto, this is very common. By the way, por cierto, by the way. And remember, here you are not going to find or to be able to translate this expression if you are looking by the way, no? By, por, the way, la forma o el camino o hasta la carretera puede seguir the way. But here, by the way, this expression, por cierto.
By the way.
By the way.
In the meantime.
In the meantime, this is a synonym of meanwhile, no? Mientras tanto. You can say meanwhile or in the meantime or while.
Mientras tanto.
In the meantime.
In the meantime.
15 palabras.
So, you can watch these type of videos and you can learn these words. It's important to learn them and to use them. Now you are writing a text. You are writing. I was checking out your text, Kiara, and you were writing a letter, right?
Yes, it was
A letter.
Email, yes.
Yes, an email, a letter about the problem or the issue with a laptop. Okay, so when we are writing a letter, these type of words are very, very important, are very, very useful. Okay, because we need to use then, after, before, meanwhile, therefore. These type of words are very useful when we are writing. And sometimes when we are speaking, these words are very useful too, no? For instance, when you have to make a speech. You know what is making a speech, Kiara?
Yes, it is a discourse.
Yes, okay. For instance, we say the president of Colombia made speech, no? The president of Colombia made in past speech, no? So he made or he talked for a long time or made a discourse. Okay, when we are talking, when we are making a speech, these words are very important, no? Because we have to join or link the phrases, the sentences, the words. And the best way to join the words, to join the sentence are the linking words. So that's very important. And if you go to
15 palabras en inglés.
To the TikTok or YouTube, you are going to find a lot of videos like this, and these exercises are going to be very useful for you. So that's an advice for you to take to read this time of or watch this time of videos, because
yes, that's right.
the videos don't last too much. No? It's only 15 or 30 seconds, maybe 1 minute, no more. And you are going to widen your vocabulary. That's very important, to widen, to expand your vocabulary in order to know more words and to use more words when you are writing or speaking. Okay.
Yes, I'm practicing as well because sometimes people learn some new words, but we forget it at the moment.
Yes. When you wanna speak about something, about a different topic, about the next topic, maybe you have the ideas, but you don't have or you can't find the words in order to say that. That's why it's very important to know vocabulary. okay?
Yes.
And remember that you can learn vocabulary related to different areas, to different fields, no? Vocabulary related to cooking, vocabulary related to the airport. You are going to find a lot of videos like those. How to
Yes,
use
it's true.
English at the airport. How to use English at the restaurant. How to use English at school. And this type of videos are very interesting for you, and you are going to know specific vocabulary, specific expressions to use in that area, in that field. Okay. How do you practice your English, Kiara? When you are alone, when you are at home, how do you practice?
I like to learn my flashcards. In some apps, there are apps in Play Store you can download and start to practice vocabulary or even expressions by using flashcards. I think that's something improve, in my case, improve my my language, my English language, because while you are widening your vocabulary, you will understand more others and you will have more vocabulary to say while you are talking to other person.
Yeah.
So that's something I listen, of course, as you have told us before.
Okay. Finally, we are going to see, let me see here. We're going to finish with this one. Let me see here. We're going to finish with this video. Okay, we're going to stop here the video, and I'm going to share that another important item to practice your English is that we know many words with one meaning, only one meaning. Okay, we can find a word and we say, okay, I know what that word means. But in English, we can find that that word can be used in different ways with different meanings. Let's see, let's watch this video. Let's see if I'm sharing it.
En inglés con so. So, entonces. So, más o menos. So that, para qué. So many, tantos. Not so fast, no tan rápido. So much, mucho. I hope so, eso espero. So long, tanto tiempo. So on, etc. Ahora déjame saber qué significa so be it.
So, we use that so with the first.
Palabras en inglés con so. So, entonces.
We usually use the word so with this meaning, entonces, no more. But as you can watch in this video, this word can be used different expression with different meanings, and there are too many examples. Okay, so,
Más o menos.
Okay, this is a traditional one, no? Maybe when we are at school, the teacher taught us that we say, how are you? So.
So that, para qué.
Here we have a connector, so that. Así que, para qué.
So many, tanto.
We can say many. Podemos decir que many, mucho, ¿no? Many cars. But we say so many cars. Nosotros estamos diciendo que hay tantos carros, que hay muchos carros, que hay una cantidad.
Not so fast. No.
Look at this. In here, in this sentence, so means tan. Not so fast, no tan rápido. Maybe when you are listening to a person, he is talking too fast, you say, okay, not so fast. Not so fast, okay?
No tan rápido. So much, mucho.
Like so many, you can say so much, tantos o mucho.
I hope so.
And look at this.
Eso.
I hope so. Eso espero, ¿no? This is a very traditional one. We say, I think so. Yo pienso eso. I think so. Yo espero eso o eso espero. I hope so, ¿no? I think so. I hope so. ¿Okay? Yo espero eso o yo quiero eso. I want so. Okay?
Espero. So long. Tanto tiempo.
Una despedida. We can say goodbye like so long.
So on. Etc.
And this is a traditional one. In English, we can say etc. like this, etc. Or we can say so on. Okay. So for example, we are saying, okay, I have a car, a bike, a motorbike, and so on. Okay, etc.
Ahora déjame.
Yes. So this is a clear example about some words that we say, okay, I know that word. I know I don't have to study anything else about that word, but look at this. A word so simple in English can have different meanings, can have different expressions, can have different useful ideas to express. Okay. Okay, Kiara, so that's the, yes, tell me.
That word so is a multi-purpose tool. Multi-use word. So.
Yes. So, yes. It has a lot of expression with the word so, no? And maybe you can understand some of them, but you don't have an idea about some others expression with that so. But here we have to learn too many things about English. So we can say, okay, I know how to speak in English. My English level is good, so I don't have to study anymore. No, we have to study every day because there are too many things that we can learn about that language. There are too many things to learn. Okay, Kiara, so that's all for today. See you next Thursday, 7 p.m.
Thank you, teacher. Have a good day.
Okay, bye-bye. Have a good lunch and the rest of the day. Bye-bye.
Bye.